Hey, what's going on guys? Maximum Motion here, and in today's video I'm going to discuss how I wired up my 6-gang by aux beam for my 3rd generation Toyota Tacoma. Okay, so for the 6-gang by aux beam, there is 2 versions. There's one that you can mount directly to the top of your fuse box, and then there's another that you can mount to the side of your truck. And how you're going to mount this for your 3rd generation Toyota Tacoma is you can get yourself a piece of metal, and then there's going to be 2 holes that are already on the inside of your engine bay. These holes are going to be M8 by 1.25. Pick up 2 of those screws from Home Depot, and then you can also get the piece of metal that I use from Home Depot. I'm just using a piece of metal that is 8 inches by 2 inches. That way I can mount the box to the inside of the truck and I don't have to drill any holes. Now for the add a fuse that comes with the control box, this is the inside of your factory fuse box for your Toyota Tacoma 3rd generation. You're going to look for this one right here, 10 Alpha INJ. That is going to be located right here. So the add a fuse comes with a 5 amp fuse, and you want to go to a store and get yourself a 10 amp fuse, plug that into there, and then you plug it in where it goes, which is right in here. Look right here. This is how all of the factory cabling comes up through. What you want to do is you just want to unplug this, and then you can run the add a fuse up through and then solder it down to your desired length and then plug it in. That way you do not have any holes inside of your fuse box. So once you have the add a fuse installed, all you have to do is run your ground cable next. And that is going to go right here. This is the factory ground already for your battery, and it just plugs right up. And then I soldered my cable even smaller. That way I don't have any extra wiring. And then after that, you connect the part that goes to your battery, which is going to be this one right here. So once you have that in, you have your ground in, and then you have the add a fuse, which is going to be that 10 amp fuse that we discussed. You're going to be able to power on your controller. Now, I would recommend that before you run the controller through your firewall, which is located right here, I would make sure that everything is working right before you run the wiring and cabling and start, soldering things down to your desired length. That way, if you mess something up, you're not shit out of luck. Once you turn your truck on and the actual panel itself lights up, that means that you've wired everything correctly. You're then going to find a place inside of your vehicle that you want to install it. For me, I decided to use 3M tape, and then I drilled the hole up under here. That way I can run the wire so everything is hidden. Now, once you get everything installed and the panel is inside your truck, you can then go ahead and start adding your lights. Adding lights to the 6-gang is super easy. As you can see here, I have a pair of aux beam ditch lights with a low profile bracket designed for the 3rd generation Tacoma. I'm going to have links in the bio for everything that I used for this application. So the low profile and the lights will be in the description below. All right, so for installing the ditch lights, it's pretty straightforward. They come with this quick release cable. So you just have to figure out how you want to run your wiring on your 3rd generation. Now, luckily, there is already some factory cabling up along here. And what I did is I tucked the ditch light cable that runs from the passenger side up underneath of this, and then I zip tied it all up into place, and I shrunk it to the size that I wanted. So I don't have any big clumps of cables and stuff like that. That wiring from the passenger side is going to come up over here, and it's going to meet the driver's side light. What you're going to do is the 2 black cables you're going to put together, that's going to be your ground. And your ground, you're going to run to that same ground hole. So you're just going to add another ground right there where you grounded your fuse box for the 6-gang, and then the power, you're going to splice those 2 power cables together, and then you're going to run that into the desired hole that you choose, and then just make sure that you have the right fuse for the right lights. So the 6-gang Bi-aux-beam makes it very easy to add and remove lights. That's one of the main reasons why I got it. The next install that I'm doing on my 3rd generation Tacoma is a front bumper with a 23-inch light bar and a winch. So once I get that all mounted up, it's going to be very easy to plug in the power for the light bar and the winch right from the control module. I hope that this video helps answer some people's questions, and I will see you in the next video.